How's it going, everyone? We are coming up on the month of May, and another relatively good month of game releases. I have to say, comparatively speaking to March, April, February, some of those months were just absolute insanity for big game releases. I think May is a little bit of a come down period, especially when you're talking about June. You got Diablo 4, Street Fighter 6, Final Fantasy 16, and so much more all in the same month. May still has some pretty exciting titles and games that I'm really excited for. We have a really cool tactical RPG. We have a major PC game coming to PlayStation. We have free-to-play titles, we have games that'll be free on PlayStation Plus Extra, and we have a lot of other games that you should have on your radar. Maybe some of these are smaller releases, but definitely games that can be of quality. So let's just get right into it. Got quite a lot of games to go over, and let's start things off with Miasma Chronicles. This is in development by the bearded ladies from the creators of Mutant Year Zero. Road to Eden comes a beautifully crafted tactical adventure you won't forget. Embark on a quest across a post-apocalyptic wasteland torn apart by a savage force known only as the Miasma. In the not-too-distant future, America has been torn apart by a savage force known only as the Miasma. Meet Elvis, a young man brought to the mining town of Sedentary as a baby, left by his mother in the care of a robotic older brother and given a mysterious glove with which he can control the Miasma. Join the brothers on a quest across a post-apocalyptic wasteland to find the answers they crave, answers which may change the course of human history forever. Real-time exploration gameplay meets tactical turn-based combat with RPG elements. Explore rich, beautiful environments, meeting outlandish characters and upgradable weapons and abilities give your heroes the edge in combat, an involving fantasy story through which you learn the truth behind the Miasma. Again, coming from the creators of Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden, you have another tactical RPG here. Looks to have incredible visuals as well. The Miasma Chronicles will be hitting on PlayStation 5 on May 23rd. Next up, we have Company of Heroes 3 Console Edition. So Company of Heroes 3 has been out for a little bit on PC, but now it's coming to consoles. Built for console, Company of Heroes 3 is the ultimate World War II console experience. Purpose-built for console with full controller support, custom UI, and features that allow you to play at your own pace. Company of Heroes 3 deploys its acclaimed blend of action, tactics, and strategy onto console. You have full tactical pause, perfect for console players. Full tactical pause allows you to pause the action, read the situation, queue commands, and unleash devastating precision plays. You have a dynamic campaign. The turn-based dynamic campaign map allows you to take time, plot your moves, and forge your path to victory. And you can play your way the North African operation, the Italian dynamic campaign, and of course you can jump into multiplayer as well, but there's co-op versus AI if you want to play that as well, with a plethora of new mechanics on top of that. Company of Heroes 3 Console Edition will be out on May 30th. Next up, a hotly anticipated racing title, we have LEGO 2K Drive. This kind of came out of nowhere. Welcome to Bricklandia, home of a massive open-world LEGO driving adventure. Race anywhere, play with anyone, build your dream rides, and defeat a cast of wild racing rivals for the coveted Sky Trophy. Get behind the wheel and gear up for tons of open-world exploration and thrilling races. Take on the exciting story mode, jump into a single-car race or Cup Series tourneys, and let loose in off-the-wall minigames. Master the art of drifting, boosting, jumping, and using power-ups to defeat opponents. Race for the Sky Trophy. Story mode follows your journey from rookie racer to famous champion as you compete against a series of charismatic rivals. With each victory, you'll work your way up the ranks and take on the infamous Shadow Z. Of course, you'll also have open-world exploration to be had. The vast and vibrant world of Bricklandia is yours to explore as you see fit, full of colorful characters and kooky quests. Zoom past lush fields on Turbo Acres pavement, go off-roading in the deserts of Big County, and cruise across Prospecto Valley's picturesque waterways, and much more. Modify any vehicle in your collection or unwind with a guided build, then take your creation for a drive. LEGO 2K Drive will be hitting PS4 and PS5 on May 19th. Next up, we have a free-to-play release, a PC title that will be coming to consoles, and that is Warlander. Warlander has you harness the almighty powers of godlike warriors, clerics, and mages with a unique style that mashes a medieval-inspired setting, fantastical items and abilities, and even powerful robots. Master siege weapons and cataclysmic spells to control the battlefield and destroy the enemy's core. A marriage of a plethora of different gameplay styles. You have 2 army battles and 5 army battle game modes. Warlander combines the tactical team fighting of a modern-day MOBA, the knockout-style gameplay of a battle royale, a smooth blend of third-person hack-and-slash and range combat, and a touch of 4X-inspired strategic diplomacy, all within large-scale battles of up to 100 players can be had in Warlander's game modes. Warlander will be hitting as a free-to-play title May 18th, a game that'll be getting consistent updates as well, and actually dropping on PlayStation 5 with a plethora of those updates rolling out. Next up, we have the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 release of Space Engineers. It'll be launching in beta on May the 11th. Space Engineers is a sandbox game about engineering, construction, exploration, and survival in space and on planets. Players build spaceships, wheeled vehicles, space stations, planetary outposts of various sizes, and use civil and military pilot ships and travel through space to explore planets and gather resources to survive, featuring both creative and survival modes. There is no limit to what can be built, utilize, and explore. Space Engineers features a realistic, volumetric-based physics engine. Everything in the game can be assembled, disassembled, damaged, and destroyed. The game can be either played in single-player or multiplayer modes. It's inspired by reality and how things work, thinking about modern-day NASA technology extrapolated 60 years into the future. Space Engineers strives to follow the laws of physics and doesn't use technologies that wouldn't be feasible in the near future. The PlayStation 4 and 5 versions of Space Engineers will be dropping on May 11th. Next up, we have the PlayStation 5 release of a fantastic JRPG, that is Ys 9 Monstrum Nox. Now, this has been out on PlayStation 4 for quite a while. The PlayStation 5 version isn't going to be revolutionary by any stretch of the imagination, but if you do want to play the game on PS5, this will be the way to do so. Ys 9 is a fantastic, fantastic game that I highly recommend you to play if you're remotely into Japanese RPG. A darker tale within the Ys universe as well. There is a limited edition available if you do want to pick that up. And it's a great JRPG all around, so definitely something to look out for. Ys 9 Monstrum Nox will be hitting PS5 on May 9th. Next up, Farworld Pioneers, a side-scrolling survival simulation title, an open-world science fiction sandbox. Explore alone or with friends in multiplayer, build and manage colonies on alien planets, and recruit AI survivors with unique personalities and skilled. Craft, build, mine, and farm together, or strap an electric death rifle to your back and take on the galaxy. You can play with friends cooperatively or form hostile factions, build ships from scratch, and travel to new planets. Craft, research, loot, and exploit your environment. Defend what you build or take on the galaxy. Develop and construct advanced bases for protection, automate work, and train up a team. And remember, your ship may be in ruins, your ammunition may be running low, and your teammates scattered across the surface. But remember this, you're more than just an adventurous spirit, you're a Farworld Pioneer. Farworld Pioneer will be dropping on May 30th for PS5 and PS4. Next up, another major release from Daedalic Entertainment, we have The Lord of the Rings Gollum. Now, this has seen a couple delays, but it'll finally be dropping in May. Play as Gollum on his quest to retrieve his precious. You'll need to climb the mountains of Mordor, sneak around Mirkwood, and make difficult choices. Who will gain the upper hand, the cunning Gollum or the innocent Smeagol? The Lord of the Rings Gollum is out on May 25th, and it will be coming at a budget price point of $49.99, so always like to see that. Next up, major release here as well, coming from Frictional Games, the developers behind Soma, as well as the Amnesia franchise, the latest in said franchise. We have Amnesia: The Bunker. The Bunker is a first-person horror game set in a desolate World War I bunker. Face the oppressing terror, stalking the dark corridors, search for and use the tools and weapons at your disposal while keeping the lights on at all costs. Overcome fear, preserve, and make your way out alive. Immerse yourself in the multiple ways of tackling survival in the shoes of the French soldier Henry Clement. You are armed with a revolver gun and a noisy dynamo flashlight and other scarce supplies to scavenge and craft along the way. With randomization and unpredictable behavior, no playthrough is ever the same. You're always going to be hunted by an ever-present threat, reacting to every move and sound. You must adapt your playstyle to face hell. Every decision will change the outcome of how the game responds. Actions do bear consequences. A very atmospheric horror title. If you know what Frictional is all about, this is going to be right up your alley. Amnesia: The Bunker drops on May 23rd. Next up, Star Trek Resurgence. A narrative-based Star Trek title will be dropping on May 23rd. It's a bold interactive game set shortly after Star Trek: The Next Generation's timeline. A worker uprising threatens the tenuous peace between two alien civilizations, and Starfleet is forced to intervene. Players experience the conflict and larger mystery from two key perspectives. The USS Resolute's first officer, Jara Reddick, is part of the diplomatic envoy led by Ambassador Spock that's tasked with finding a resolution and uncovering the ultimate source of this tense situation. Engineering crew person Carter Diaz highlights how the mission plays out from the lower decks, caught up in the events in his own unique way. Throughout the gripping story, players can interact with the Star Trek universe like never before, with moments of authentic action and critical decisions that shape the broader narrative in subtle and unexpected ways. It's a narrative-driven title, so know what you're getting yourself into. The game will be dropping on PS4 and PS5 on May 23rd. Next up, a title that will be a Day 1 PlayStation Plus extra freebie, we have Humanity, a unique blend of puzzle solving and action platforming. Play a lone Shiba Inu charged with commanding massive marching crowds to the goal in story mode, or browse a wide array of user-made levels via the in-game stage creator. Definitely a bit of a trippy, zany game here. Nothing like it on the market. It's a third-person puzzle action game. Devious puzzles and strategic thinking is broken up with more action-focused elements and platformer-like levels. Even some epic boss battles will be had. You have user-generated content, and you can create and share levels. Humanity, again, will be dropping as a plus extra title. You can obviously buy it standalone as well, and it will be released May 16th. Next up, we have Fuga, Melodies of Steel 2, the sequel to the captivating tale of Fuga. Melodies of Steel has arrived. The turn-based RPG is back with a ramped-up battle system for more strategy, as well as a brand new event system that gives you more thrilling choices to affect your experience. Revamped tactical battle system, new additions to the battle system based on player feedback, fight battles how you see fit, plot your path forward, make every decision count. The choices you make affect the judgment gauges, ultimately changing how events play out. You are the author of your own story, a narrative-driven RPG here from CyberConnect, to a very talented studio, and it will be released May 11th. Next up, this is a huge release, kind of going a little under the radar, and I can see why. Hogwarts Legacy is coming to PlayStation 4. Yes, the last generation version of Hogwarts Legacy will be released in May. A tremendous, tremendous game. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already played Hogwarts Legacy at this point if you have a PlayStation 5. It's a fantastic open-world RPG. As someone that's not even a Harry Potter fan, I adored the game. The gameplay was tremendous, the story was compelling, and there was a ton of content. What is going to be the interesting element is, how is this game going to run on PlayStation 4? It is an ambitious title, and to see it translate onto the PS4 is going to be pretty interesting. We'll find out when Hogwarts Legacy drops on May 5th for PS4. Next up, we have Age of Wonders 4. Rule a fantasy realm of your own design. Explore new magical realms in Age of Wonders' signature blend of 4X strategy and turn-based tactical combat. Control a faction that grows and changes as you expand your empire with each turn. Age of Wonders 4 drops on May 2nd. And lastly, we have After Us. After Us has you explore the corners of a surrealistic post-human world to give life on Earth a second chance in a touching story about sacrifice and hope. A very emotional story looks to be had with this one. A vast surrealistic world seen through Gaia's eyes, the desolated landscapes that depict the destructive relationships between humans and nature in a beautiful demonstration of abstract artistry. From dying forests to the heart of crumbling cities, do expect something that is more narrative and adventure-based driven. After Us will be dropping on May 23rd. And that is going to do it for me. Again, we have a lot of games coming in May. Maybe a lot of these are going to go a little bit under the radar. Personally, really looking forward to the Miasma Chronicles. Interested to see what the Bearded Ladies can do with a big budget AAA title. Ys 9, big release there. Warlanders as a free-to-play title, something to check out. Company of Heroes is a franchise that I've loved for a while. Will be nice to see that make the transition to PlayStation as well. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.